Greetings everyone and welcome back to another Attack of the Clones video, a series in which I take a look at clones that are supposedly one-to-one replicas of the real deal but with mixed results. As you've seen in the previous videos, this series caters towards phones that only run Android. The phone archive is more for the archiving videos and obscure strange clones, all that sort of stuff. I think you all know what's going on at this point in time by now. Now we are at part 3 of this little special, but of course I'll go on and tell you all the usual stuff with my in-depth videos now. There are timestamps, or chapters as YouTube has called them, are in the description as well as the pinned comment, so you can skip to wherever you need to be. If you just want to skip to the end to see the teardown, or just to see anything that's listed in those chapters, then absolutely feel free to do so. Also, applications to check your phone for any fake specifications, as well as the firmware ripped from this phone, are down in the description as well. Now, sounding like a broken record here, I don't endorse the sales of any replica or knockoff products. I'm just showcasing these off for entertainment purposes, and this once again was a mistake purchased by cash converters. More on that soon. Now, if you've been following this series, you likely have seen the previous 2 installments, but I'll card them up here. I think I can card 2 up there at the same time. It should be fine. Feel free to check them out if you want to, but this is different. It's kind of the same, but instead of just another standard iPhone 7, we have upgraded to an iPhone 7 Plus. This is a display model. I don't own a legit one. This is one-to-one, supposedly anyways. The iPhone 7 Plus was released in September 2016, discontinued in September 2019, and originally cost $1,419 for a 128GB model here in Australia, which is probably about $1,600 or $1,700 in 2022 pricing. This was also the first iPhone to have a dual rear camera setup, which was pretty cool at the time, and also the specifications for the iPhone Plus are displayed on screen while I ramble that little bit. It's bigger, it's got more RAM, an extra camera. That's about it, I think. So here is the display model. Here is the GOOPHONE. Now, I have actually done a video on this already, but why is that video not on the channel, you may ask? That's because my old channel had it uploaded, and then that sort of, well, most of you know the fate of that by now, but of course I had that video archived, and I can show you the backstory according to late 2017 SMOOREZ. Enjoy. But I paid $75 Australian for this model, which is that much USD. I really wanted it, and they had paid a high amount for this, and yeah, I kind of lowballed them and I managed to get it. I just wanted it really badly just to review, so anyways, I've got it. Which contributes to the fact that these guys actually bought it and not realized that it was a copy until the last minute. Yep, another cash converters purchase. $75 for this, the most expensive in the GOOPHONE i7 lineup. Makes sense, bigger screen and it's bigger, that's about it. But anyways, let's go around this device. Now, starting with the front of the device, as I said, this is a display model. However, there is a small little problem with this. Walltet. Side-by-side comparison, it's probably better if the screen was on, to be fairly honest, but there's a bit more of a bezel above the home button than there is on the display model. The earpiece and front camera look a little something like that. The earpiece is actually bigger on the GOOPHONE. Well, there you go. Around the sides of the device, I have a small problem. The display model looks different than the GOOPHONE, so I actually don't know which one's more legit or not. I'll just go along with it for the whole sake of it. We've got the mute switch, volume buttons, which as you can see on the display model looks a little something like this. Maybe it's a fake display model, which means it's a clone of a display model. That makes complete sense anyways. At the top, we got absolutely nothing. At the side, we have the power button and the SIM tray, being a little bit that away on the GOOPHONE. On the bottom, speaker grills, lightning port, all that stuff. Everything seems to be about in the same place. And on the back, well, yeah, it looks the same, but if we go have a look at the dual cameras on the display model, it's just not even close. I don't even know why I'm showing the display model, to be fairly honest. It's just more the text there, and then the text there. You tell me in the comments which one looks better. I have a feeling the GOOPHONE actually looks better than this display model thing I have, so let's just get this out of the way and focus on this. Dual cameras, right there. Which one's real and which one's fake? You'll have to wait and see until the teardown. But we've got the usual hole for the kill switch there, a dual LED flash, I think, Apple logo, which is fairly flush and looking good, and then, yeah, the iPhone text. The text for the iPhone is a little bit thicker, that's what I'm noticing anyways, and the rest of it doesn't look too bad. But the back is aluminium, which is good, so it's probably the better quality GOOPHONE i7 Plus, released back in 2017 or whenever. So, let's grab a SIM card and start powering this thing up and taking a look at it. Apologies for all the fingerprints and stuff. Every time that I touch the phone, there's just fingerprints everywhere, and then I go clean it, and then I go touch it again, fingerprints everywhere. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Also, something to note, unlike the other GOOPHONEs, this one has the IMEI on it. So I wonder if that actually corresponds to the one that's attached to this. Telstra SIM, going in there. No blue tack in there this time. Also, when I first purchased this, there was something rattling around inside of here. It sounded like the battery was loose, but I actually had to open this up before I filmed my old review, and I found some stuff inside of this. I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, but I'll leave that until the teardown. But now we're going to power this up as it is with all my stuff on here. Here we go. GOOPHONE i7 Plus. 3. Oh wait, there we go. Didn't even need to do a countdown. Also, see the boot logo? It's looking a little more legit now. And there we go. 7:02, Wednesday, April 13th. It's close enough. Press the main screen button to open. So, first things first. Mute switch. Ringtones, none. That works. Do we have any Android sounds? We have Android sounds. Locking it. Okay, press the main screen button to open. Now the home button, once again, is like I showed on the previous GOOPHONE, it goes around that little button like so. Pressing on the actual home button does nothing because there's no capacitive area there. It's around the home button that actually works. It is very cheeky the way they've implemented that, but it works. You just do that, and it's like you've pressed the home button. The display size on this screen is about 5.45 inches, as opposed to the 5.5 inch display on the real deal. Taking a look at the display on this, not too bad. I know what the resolution of the display is, so that's why I can say it's not too bad. The colours are quite vibrant, nothing like the real deal of course, but for a GOOPHONE, it's pretty good. So I've had to install my own applications on this phone already, so that's why you're going to see a bit more apps on the next page. Default apps we have Mail, Calendar, Photos, Camera, Weather, Clock, Maps, Videos, Wallet, Notes, Reminders, Stock. Just one. iTunes Store, App Store, iBooks, Family, Health, Settings, Phone, Safari, Messages, Music, FaceTime, Podcast, Watch, Add-in, has Compass, Tips, Voice Memos, Contacts, and Play Store. Calculator, Find Friend, Find iPhone, Files, Quick Shortcut Maker, Activity Launcher, Device Info, Hardware, Secret Code, CPU System Info, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, and Ice Crush. So minus the ones I've already installed, they've included extras on here to make it seem more legit, I suppose. But the general functionality straight off the bat isn't too bad. It's nice and responsive. I said that about the previous one, but then look what that turned into. Swiping up. There you go. So we've got the torch. That's definitely one. I'll be surprised if it's two. Clock. Looks like that there. Calculator. Looks like a calculator. Found a new version. Update now. Did we get an update on a GOOPHONE? That is impressive. Did it actually do anything though? Nope. Looks exactly the same. Night shift. Does absolutely nothing. AirPlay is looking for a TV. I have a feeling that's not doing anything. And AirDrop as well. Okay. Okay, well it just disappeared. They're unlikely to work anyways. Swiping down, we've got all the notifications and stuff. In stocks we've got Apple and New. They got that correct, didn't they? And I don't think you can edit this, can you? No, you cannot. Alright, and then swiping along, recent notification, click update. Okay, we actually got a calculator update. Well done, GOOPHONE. That's surprising. Also, watch the battery life as well during the review. It's gonna just go. Supposedly that installed, so I'll just agree with that for now. Also, 3D touch. We've got Bluetooth. Okay, let me try something else. Family, for example. Oh, that doesn't do anything. What about Safari? Oh no, that doesn't do anything. Mail? Oh, add the VIP. Okay. Camera. Oh, there you go. But even with just minimal pressure, it still pops up anyways. Alright, without further ado, let's jump straight into settings. Let's take a look through here. Oh boy. So I've already connected to Wi-Fi, and if I go to search, there's Gboard just there. I don't know if they've put a keyboard with an iOS skit on here, but otherwise we've got airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular, which we will check. Last reset in 1970, the 1st of the 1st at 1 PM? Oh, hello. I guess calculator has been updated then. Also, if you look at call time, we have 0 minutes and 0 minutes. Makes complete sense. Personal hotspot says dismiss, carrier, auto. Okay, well if we go like this, we'll see if it comes up with anything. What if I was to take the SIM out and put the SIM in and then press auto? Okay, so taking the SIM card out, that doesn't reset it. Kill switch. There we go. Well, I guess we won't be checking phone calls on this because the touch SIM definitely does work. If you are wanting to know, this is not a 4G phone, it is only 3G. I can definitely reassure you of that. When we get to the specifications, you'll then go, ah, okay, that makes sense. So don't worry about that. Notification center has a bunch of stuff there. Once again, you're probably going to have to pause the video in these menus to see if there's anything funny or not, because I may miss a couple of things, but there's a bunch of apps just like that. I think there is actually the list of applications we're going to view through settings soon. Control center looks about correct. Do not disturb. Manual start. To allow these people calling. Silent mode. Forever. Only when the iPhone has been locked. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of spelling mistakes in here, I can see it now. In general, alright, let's take a look at about. So we have iPhone. We have 4 songs, 7 videos, 22 photos, 17 applications, 124.17 gigabytes of total space with 119.29 gigs available, which is false. We are on version 10.3.1. The carrier is nothing because it's not picking up any service. Model number, serial number, Bluetooth, IMEI, all that sort of stuff. Feel free to look that up and tell me where that's been pinched from. Probably not from an iPhone 7 Plus. Maybe it has been, I'm not too sure. Legal, we'll just go to legal notices. Oh, okay, that's definitely a picture. That looks like it's been stolen off an iPhone 3G. Possibly has. License. Oh, yep, that's legit. Does the link actually work? No, it doesn't. That's a picture. Also, thank you to all the people who went through the system files of the previous GOOPHONEs and found all sorts of cool little hidden things and confirming that the applications were just images packed into an APK file. At least they tried. Effort, as I usually say. Software update. Are we on the latest version? Pretty sure we are. Just give it a moment though. It's checking for an update. May take a while. I have a feeling this doesn't work. I'll just go back. Also, I can tell you the text in settings is a bit off, but to the naked eye it actually doesn't look too bad. We have the bouncy effect. It's definitely not as aggressive as it was on the previous GOOPHONE, but there you go. Spotlight search. Don't think we'll be able to do anything there. Handoff. Yep. CarPlay. That's just an image. Accessibility, voiceover, zoom, invert colors, all that sort of stuff there. Everything seems to be here, like on the real deal. Oh yeah, something that's implemented in this. That. So you can swipe to go back. This is the only one out of the other GOOPHONEs that have this feature. And due to this, if you try and move the slider for mono audio to the center, it just goes back. Not a lot you can do there. Storage and iCloud usage, which you go to manage usage, and we can see all the applications. Wait, is this it here? No. Well, these are most of the applications that are installed. Find Friend, Find iPhone, iBooks, Ice Crush, iOS 7 Compass, iOS 8 Web Enter. 2 of them. Alrighty. And Safari. And what the hell is that there? What is that? What does that say? I'll get about 60,000 people in the comments telling me what that says. Manage storage for iCloud? What's being used by iCloud? Tell me. Background app refresh looks a little something like that. Restrictions looks a little something like that. Oh yeah, keyboards. Here we go. No, that's it. So there's no skin. They didn't even try. They kind of tried. iTunes Wi-Fi sync. Nope. Display and brightness. Auto brightness. Night shift, which doesn't work. Auto lock. I've had to put it to never because it was set to 15 seconds before, so after 15 seconds it would just blank out. And that was it. So it's now or never. We should be fine now. Raise to wake. I wonder if that would actually work. We'll have that on. Text size, bold size, and display zoom. Oh, actually it does work. Oh. Hello. Kind of wasn't expecting that to work. Wallpapers. Choose a new wallpaper. So dynamic, we've got those ones. Then we have stills, which all the ones stolen from the actual iPhone 7. And we've got live as well. So I'll select one of those. Can't do the setting there. Okay, so we'll just go set both. Can I raise to wake? So raise to wake doesn't work, I don't think. So then this should... Oh! Oh! It half works. It half works. It half works. Voice and touch. Sounds and vibration patterns. No problems to that. Let's try the ringtones. There's no marimba. Maybe they're hidden in the system files. Who knows? Siri. Alright, access on lock screen. Allow Hi Siri. You can speak to Siri without pressing the home button by saying Hi Siri. Hi Siri. Hi Siri. App support. Of course there's nothing for that. My info. Nothing. We touch and hold. Brings up Call Jam. Who's Jam? Call Jam? Call Jam. It's just repeating. Okay, we'll try that again. Call Jam. Even if I'm silent, it still just is moving along there, thinking it's checking something. That's Siri. And that's broken. Touch ID and passcode. Use Touch ID for iPhone unlock. Yep, alright. Allow access when locked. Things are yelling at me. So we'll just set a passcode. Just do 11111. The safest passcode ever. Oh, okay. I broke it. Oh, did that actually register? Okay. So if we do iPhone unlock, we just place finger on... Oh, okay. Press the main screen button to open. Works great. Close passcode. Unfortunately, settings are stopped. Yeah, I broke it. Battery, 83% now. I've been filming for 40 minutes. I know the battery capacity in this, it's not that good. Privacy, diagnosis and dosage. Okay. Well, they don't do anything anyways. iCloud. Alright, so, once again, if you wanted to put your iCloud details in here, feel free, but it's example at iCloud.com. Not null. Login. Forgot the Apple ID or password? Yep. Okay, create a new Apple ID. But once again, that's not going to work either. I wonder what would happen if you put your iCloud details into here. Some server in the middle of nowhere will probably go, yep, I'll just pinch that, thank you very much. Most likely, that's just an assumption. iTunes and App Store. Oh, App ID. Oh, we're back to that again. Apps. Oh, okay, here we go. We've got all the default apps here. So I'll just scroll through here. Feel free to tell me if there's anything dodgy. I know the version of Android this is running. I won't spoil it. Cheeky Android, there he is. Good to see him again. He's always a friendly face to see. Files by Google, I've had to install that myself. Because, yeah, there's no file manager on here. Ice Crush, iPhone system, yep, Mirror Vision, MediaTek stuff, music, phone, something or other, reboot and write sys, which didn't open on the previous one, settings, storage. I wonder if we can open some stuff. SFIO Siri. Sounds like a boat name. Okay, system info, Lollipop. See? Lollipop is what this is running. Twitter, upgrade sys, watch, WeChat, and that thing there. What is this, man? We're going to have to find out what this is. Oh, it does a whole bunch of things, though. Oh, that's completely legit. We'll get back to that. Mail is looking a little something like this. Contact, just one. Another Ashens reference. Calendar, notes, default account on my iPhone. Reminders, just the default list. Now in phone it actually shows the number connected to this SIM card. I'm going to swap SIM cards. There is a chance that the bands may not be compatible with Telstra, but I could be wrong. Oh no. We don't have signal. It is detecting the SIM card because I've went back into phone again and it shows the phone number. No idea what's going on. We'll just continue on. Messaging looks a little something like that. FaceTime. Oh, okay. Failed to activate. Please open the FaceTime and try again. Use Apple ID login FaceTime. Okay, that doesn't work. Maps. Looks a little something like that. Compass. Use True North. Certainly will. Safari. Oh, this kind of looks deceptive. Website warning. That looks somewhat legit, I suppose. Can we change the search engine to Google? That would be a no. Music, shake to shuffle, probably doesn't work. Video, App ID. Nope, photos and camera. You can change some settings in here for the camera, and the HDR function on the rear camera kind of works. Not really. Also, save the normal exposed photo in addition to the HDR version. There's only some minor spelling mistakes here and there. Then we've got iBooks next. Full justification, auto hyphenation. Ooh, okay, that's some big words there. Acknowledgements. Aww. Boke. That's podcasts. Game Center. Sign in. Of course that wasn't going to work. Okie dokie. Require Twitter, Facebook, Flickr, and Vimeo. That's all of settings. That wasn't too painful, I don't think. But otherwise, before we start testing applications, it's still fairly responsive. For a GOOPHONE i7, most things work. Couple of spelling mistakes. It kind of looks legit if you just sort of have a quick peek at it and then pull it away. It looks legit if you... Oh, landscape. Hello. That works. That's something that didn't happen on the previous ones. Yeah, well, obviously the Cash Converters employee that did buy this fell for it, but if they just paid a little more attention to the iTunes store and stock, that would have given it away. But anyways, we'll open Mail, which welcome use email. Or they could have just opened that and there you go. That's it would have said welcome use email. Calendar. Yes, 2022 is a year. Well done, GOOPHONE. Photos. No memories. Start sharing. Albums. So there's actually a default video on here. Ah. No idea where this is pinched from. Feel free to let me know. That speaker's quite loud too. Well, I guess we're gonna go to camera then. Go on. Here we go. Camera. Autofocus. Works well. Pretty much it's looking like the iPhone camera setup, except the telephoto function doesn't do anything. You instead just pinch to zoom and that works. But everything else kind of works on this. You just swipe along to change it to whatever you want to. Of course, portrait doesn't work. Panorama doesn't work. I would have showed you what delay and slow do. What they do is just record a single frame of footage and stop. That's it. That's what delay and slow do. So even if you were to record for 20 seconds or so. If you then go to here and then play it, see? Single frame. That's it. That's what happens. Toggling the live option seems to do something, but when I tried taking photos and had the option on, nothing changed. It was just all regular photos. Timer, I don't think works, and this is just a whole bunch of filters here. The front camera looks a little something like this. HDR on this does kind of work. It just brightens up the image and that's it. No autofocus. Everything else is looking fairly standard right here. So at this point in time, I will splice in the photos and videos that I took with the GOOPHONE i7 Plus, and we'll talk about the quality of them, because you'll be a bit surprised with what you're about to see. Enjoy what you're about to see.
There's Replica. There's you. Well, there's autofocus. Wow. Hold on for dear life, my friend. There you are. Hi. Dude. You think you're tall, aren't you? Look at you. You think you're tall. Look, I'm tall. Anyways, testing the rear camera quality of the GOOPHONE i7 Plus. So if we go to the Froggo and oh, look at that autofocus. And oh, autofocus. And alright, so if you're wondering what happened just then, the internal storage has been filled up all the way, so I've had to change the right disk to the SD card, which you have to use Quick Shortcut Maker to open up Android settings in order to change it. Just makes a lot of sense. But anyways, let's continue on. There's Rip. So the flowers, yeah, looking good. Reasonable, I guess. Is this going to be 640 by 480 or something? I have no idea. 3 Muppets, as per usual. Looks alright. Any EIS? Kind of looks like there is a little tiny bit. Not bad. The brick wall, that's kind of nice looking, depending on the resolution though. Down to Stuart, there he is there. Looking good. Lemon tree, too much crap, no lemons, which sucks. And the faraway aircon looks a little something like this with a 4x digital zoom, and can we see breeze air? No, we cannot. There you go. How's the sky looking today? Miserable. Anyways, let's go into the front camera and continue on. Testing the front camera quality of the GOOPHONE i7 Plus. This is what it looks like. Jelly movement? A little bit. I think this is like 176 by 144 like the previous one. It's not looking the best. I look completely dead as usual, so there's no complaints there. Photo wise as well, that was also very meh. Alright, well let's continue on, I suppose. That doesn't stop recording. Okay, let me press that again.
Come on. Go to landscape mode. Okay, fine then, don't. I'll just zoom in here. Look at the Froggo. The resolution is 6.23 megapixels, according to the resolution. But zooming out, that's how the photos are. This is all cut off during the photo, so you can't see that much while taking photos. So that's why the images were all a little bit that way sort of thing, because yeah, that's cut off there. And that's what I thought the photos were going to look like, but that's what they look like instead. But I've got to say the quality isn't too bad. Autofocus did work. For a 6.23 megapixel camera, it's probably going to be an 8 megapixel camera most likely. I have seen a lot worse on cheapo devices. This is not bad. Video wise as well, 720p, not exactly the best, but it will do. The front camera, 1.3 megapixel, which is definitely not the best, but it will do. I think out of the other two GOOPHONE i7s, this has the better cameras. At the end of the video near the teardown, I'll pick out the winner, but I can definitely say for the camera department, this wins. The rear camera on the previous GOOPHONE wasn't too bad, but this one definitely beats it. Weather is just Google Weather. Oh, no, actually, it's not Google Weather. It's news. Hang on, let me just try that again. Weather is, yeah, it's news. Okay, no worries. Clock, I think we've already had a look at. Maps is just Google Maps. I'll see if it finds my location, actually. Nope, it couldn't find it. Moving on. Videos, which is just the Android video player there. Wallet. Oh, this looks a little bit more sophisticated, but is this just a picture? That it certainly is. It is just a picture they've put into an APK file. Nicely done. Notes is just Google Keep. They could have at least put an iOS skin on it. Well, they did change the icon, so I guess that's good enough. Reminders is just to do. Stock. This too appears to also be a picture. iTunes Store. Go on. Oh, it actually opened up the browser and opened up Apple Music. The actual legitimate Apple Music website. So that's just a shortcut to it. No worries, if we open App Store, what does that do? Recommend. Excellent new app. Excellent new game. Recommend. Explore, rank, search, and update. Or try update first. No need to update the application. Okay, I won't then. Excellent new app. Show all. Nope. Excellent new game. Okay. Explore. Oop. It's loading. You gonna load anything? Nope. Okay. What about rank? Top games. Top apps. I think this did work in the original video that I made for this, but now it's just not working, even though Wi-Fi does work. Oh, no. Currently no download task. This is just the list of apps that are installed. Searching for hello. No search to the relevant app. So, safe to say that works. iBooks is just Google Play. Alrighty. Family is... Oh, it actually is my home. Is this a picture? Is this a... Oh, it's not a picture. It's two pictures. Two pictures. I'll give them that. Health is just dashboard. Health data. Ooh, I can do stuff in here. Source. Medical ID. Create medical ID. Vitals. Heart rate. Ooh, this does something. Opening up phone looks a little something like that. With voicemail. Ooh, retrieve voicemail. Can we do it? Nope. It's probably just a picture. Safari is looking a little something like that. I am downloading the YouTube app now, so we'll actually test YouTube in the YouTube app. But if we go to Google, there it is there. I can actually browse the web on this thing. It's a bit slow, but it seems to work. While I say that. Oh, wait. There we go. It's somewhat usable. A1661. Is that what it said? It does say A1661. Wow. Discontinued, water resistant, 1920 by 1080 for the resolution, all the specs that I did show at the start of this. So I can say the browser is reasonable. I do know the specs of this already, so for the specifications, it will do. Messages looks like that. We've got music up next. Now if we go to browse, they have actually included some MP3s on here by default. So there's Big Big World by Amelia Rydberg, My Love by Westlife, and Sam Smith, I'm Not the Only One. I'm pretty sure they may be in the system files. I'll pretend they weren't there. Alright, well let's try BFG Division then. At full volume, this just doesn't sound great at all, but alrighty. Oh. Everything just seems just all muddled into one. That's the best way I could describe the speaker. We put it on to 50% volume though. Oh no, it still sucks. Never mind. I thought the speaker had potential, but no it doesn't. Just for the whole sake of it, I'm going to play My Love by Westlife. Yeah, never mind. Next page. FaceTime. Via Wi-Fi or Nest B's mobile network may call. Okay. Forgot the Apple ID or password. No worries. FaceTime via Wi-Fi or Nest B. Okay, I'll just agree with that one. Podcasts. To start listening, plug in headphones. I can't plug in headphones. This is FM radio. At least it has FM radio. I don't think the real iPhone 7 or 7 Plus had FM radio. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Or I could just look during editing. Watch. Good morning. It's afternoon, but close enough, mate. Face gallery. Oh, is this just a... Okay, so they've put a GIF and a background image. Sophisticated. Really well done there. Add in, we have compass. Is it going to go wee all over the place, or is it just going to be... Is it going to work? It's a picture, isn't it? It's a picture. Come on, man. The first GOOPHONE kind of tried to find north. The second one went around the roundabout about 17,000 times, and this one is just a picture. Just agree. Just agree. Tips is just going to Apple's own website, the official Apple support. I actually wonder how far you would get with Apple's technical support with the GOOPHONE. If anyone wants to try it, feel free. Voice memos is just sound recorder, so no effort there whatsoever. Microphones do sound good, I'll give it that. Contacts, or something like that. And Play Store, which if we open up the Play Store, shows the Play Store. Okay, so I was going to try the YouTube app, but your device doesn't have enough space to install YouTube. So while in the camera test, I did mention that while recording a video, it just cut off and it said that there's no internal storage left. Well, that's what's happening now. Even though I've set the default write disk to the microSD card that's installed in this, which was the one that was in the first GOOPHONE, it says your device doesn't have enough space to install YouTube. So I guess we're going to have to use the browser then. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. And that's as far as we're going to get. No matter what I do here, it just shows the ad, and that's it. I actually can't play the video. And if you're thinking, well, just install Chrome. I can't install Chrome because there's not enough space on the internal storage. But look, judging by the display quality and that video that I did show briefly beforehand, I'll just say it'll be fine. YouTube in 480p on this device would be fine, I reckon. I mean, it would have been nice to show it, but there's not a lot I can do. Also, you may have noticed there's no games on here. That's because I can't install any from the Play Store. And trying to use an APK with the data folder doesn't seem to want to work on this. So unfortunately, I can't do any gaming tests. Well, I can with Ice Crush. You'll be looking forward to that. Calculator. Looks like calculator. We've been there, done that. Oh, the update came up again. Find friend. Go on. Show us. No, there you go. That's just an image, isn't it? That is definitely an image. You must connect to a WLAN or cellular data network to access Find My Friends. Well, that's sad. Find iPhone. Cannot connect. Google Files. We've got 61 megabytes of internal storage free. Yep. 61 megabytes. And then next up we have stuff to actually test the specifications, but we'll just leave that for now and move on because we've got Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, we'll just leave them. We'll just open Ice Crush. Ease joy, easy joy. So consider this your gaming test. I actually have no idea what Ice Crush is, to be fairly honest. Is it just one of those puzzle pop the bubble thingo-majiggies? I have no idea. Ah! Okay. Alright. Oh, ow! My ears! Help! Oh, God. Okay. Whew. Ah! What has happened? Huh. What does it look like? It is one of those puzzle things. You know what? Let's just leave that. That's completely fine. So I can't show you YouTube. I can't show you gaming. I'm very limited in what I can do here. But there is one game I can show you. If I go to Quick Shortcut Maker and scroll through all of the applications that are on here, which I could open up each one if I wanted to. If I go to settings and open up the first one, we have Android settings. So instead of the one with the iOS skin on it, we have the actual settings right here. And if I go to About Phone, it shows the model as a Keytac 6580. Guess where that's leading to? iPhone version 5.1, which means Lollipop. And if we go like this, we have Lollipop Land, which means we get to play this, well, when I say play, I get to press the screen 3 times, twice, and that's it. Why is this game ridiculously difficult? And if I go to storage, it's set to SD card as the default write disk, but it just doesn't work. No idea. I've tried several things. It just doesn't want to work. I'll open up Activity Launcher, which is pretty much the same as Quick Shortcut Maker to be fairly honest, but I just want to see if it shows that weirdo application that I did see in the apps list. That, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's anime. Something. Alright, let's see. It's down the bottom, isn't it? There it is there. Okay, let's see what this is. Hello. There's a hidden game on here. Oh, okay. Yes. That will do. Great. Yes. Yes. Well, I have no idea what I'm doing, but that is whatever this game is. Some sort of poker game, I assume? Well, at least we got to see it finally. iOS Web Enter. Oh, these are just the iOS stuff. Okay, fair enough. Upgrade sys? No. Oh, if I try Launcher, Launcher is the game? I am confused. I'll actually try secret codes. How many is here? 31. That's not bad. Factory mode. Oh, hello. We know where that's pinched from. Factory mode. Oh, more testing. Factory mode again. Oh, more testing. Then we've got primary, settings. So let's try settings. Development settings, setting. 9527. Welcome restart. Oh boy, did I just change the boot logo? I think I did. That's the engineer mode, I think, or testing. I think I did. I changed the boot logo. Set successfully. Yep, I'm doing stuff that I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so the LCD module is just there, 720p. Camera, 2 cameras, 2 sensors, memory. Also, that's device info that came up. That's interesting. Okay, so at the start of the video I was actually going to show this, but because I didn't factory reset this because it has all my data on there, I was going to splice it in later on, but this is what it looks like. This is what setup looks like. Choose Wi-Fi network, yelling at you there. Yep. Oh, there's actual terms and conditions. Oh, okay, well, I guess, oh, you just tap everything and it works. Okay, get started. There we go. Oh, have I broken it? It's not broken. Alright, we're back. What does 3344 do? Not sure. What does 9999 do? Not sure. I won't stuff around with secret codes anymore because I have a feeling I've already broken it. As I said, go through the system files and see what you can find. But otherwise, let's check the specs of this thing. I know what the specs are. There you go. 720p display, MT6580, Android 5.1, 1GB of DDR2 RAM. We've got a 4GB flash module, but most of that is taken up by this iOS skin and the default Android system. Good old MT6580. System, not a lot in here. We've got the serial number somewhere. Oh, yep, there's a serial number. The unique one as always. Screen, 720p, which I'll do a screen test and check to see what the multi-touch is. 2-point multi-touch. I thought it may have been at least 5, but it's only 2. Memory, 1GB. Camera, 8 megapixel back and 2 megapixel front, but I got 1.3 and 6.23. It's close enough. Battery, 1000 milliamp hours is the profile. I'll just say that's close enough. Thermal, getting a bit warm. Sensors, I don't think any of these work except the accelerometer. And then if we go to CPU system info, which once again, all these applications are linked in the description, so feel free to chuck these on your device and have a look and see what you can find if you are doubting your own device and want to take a look at the specifications. Sometimes these aren't 100% accurate, but give them a go, see what you can find. But the name of this phone is the Alps Keytac 6580 WEG-I. Or L, MT6580, 5.1, MT6580, quad core at 1.3 GHz, 4 GB of internal storage with stuff all free, 1 GB of RAM, 720p display, 4.6 inches is absolutely incorrect. Battery is nothing there. Thermal, 42 degrees, 24 degrees. Sensors, no, out of all of these, the only thing that seems to work is the accelerometer. Cameras, 7.8 megapixels. There you go. And 2 megapixels. So I'd probably say that would be correct. It's just that the software crops it a bit strange, and we get the 6.08 megapixels, or 6.23 as I looked up, which is 3328 by 1872, and the front was 720 by 1280. That is everything on the GOOPHONE i7 Plus. Overall, knowing that we have 1 GB of RAM over the 512 megabytes that were on the previous two, this definitely has more advantages. However, the internal storage issue is a big problem, because you can't do much with that. You can install some APK files, but you have to sign into a Google account to put the file manager on there, and then half of them don't even install anyways, so that's a bit of an issue. Does it look like iOS? Kind of. Does it work like iOS? Definitely not. Does the phone look like an iPhone? Kind of. It would pass off as one if you just quickly glanced at it, but if there was some way to just change it to bare bones Android without the iOS skin, it would probably run a lot better and we'd be able to open everything that we need to open. We'd probably be able to install YouTube and do some actual gaming tests, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Out of all of the GOOPHONEs, I'm saying the first one was the best, but we'll get to that later on. I want to reboot this to see if I've changed the boot logo, so I'm going to switch it off. Oh, look at all the fingerprints. Have I changed the boot logo? No, I didn't. Good. I thought I may have. Everything's good. Battery life is also down to 49%. I've only been filming for an hour and 36 minutes, so 51% of the battery got taken up in an hour and a half. Well done, GOOPHONE. Well done. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about this. I like the display. That was good. I do like the rear camera. That was good as well. The build quality is not too bad. It is usable for what it is, but majority of the stuff doesn't work anyways. And there's not a lot of effort trying to make this like an iPhone, because they've just left a lot of the Google stuff and just put an icon there and went, there you go, done. There's not too much more I can do with this, so I'm going to tear it apart. We'll have a look at the guts. and I still couldn't get phone calls to work either. At least the first GOOPHONE could receive calls, unlike this one. Is the IMEI on the SIM tray the same as the one on here? I don't remember. Let's take the pentalobes out then. We're in. There we go. Machine aluminium, as you can see there. Apple logo's in its own little encasing there. The mute switch is just kind of stretched out to there. There's also some schematics on there for other things, like something that goes there, like a headphone jack perhaps. That's interesting, but yep, that's that. And inside of here, we have the guts. Let's address the secondary camera. I mean, this is exactly what Blackview does, so there's no issues with that. I'll just stick that back down there. We've got the kill switch. We do have 2 LEDs. It only looked like there was one. That's how dull it was. Can you also see 2 metal weights? Well, lead weights. This was what was rattling around inside of the device when I first got it. This wasn't adhered properly. And then we have the second one, just like so, to make it weigh as much as the real deal. The battery is a 1350 mAh one, which as you could tell during the video was a very good battery. Did well, performed really good. Let's take a look at the rear camera, which is this one right here. I'll Google this code and see if it comes up with anything, but we don't have any OIS or anything like that. But I'd say it'd be an 8 megapixel camera. I'd be confident in saying that it would be. The front camera is kind of tucked in here. There it is there. The front camera is this little fella here with a code on there. I'll Google this and see if that comes up with anything, but 2 megapixels for this, I'd say is about correct. Also, there's an unused connector on the motherboard just there. Pulling up the loudspeaker reveals we have the lightning port, and we may as well take the battery out while we're here. That was easy. It's a bit messy when things are soldered into place, but I'll try my best here. So lifting that out just like so, there is the bottom PCB. Can safely say that the home button is just the same that we've seen on the previous one. The touch goes all around the display and just comes down under there. And if you press in this area, that's how that works. With everything disconnected, I think I should be able to just, yep, there we go. Whole thing just comes out like so. Okay, so the display is actually just an extension up to there, and then that runs to there. Okay, that's how that works. We do have a sticker just there, which says this is a JX J8067. We do have a couple of MediaTek chips. We've got a chip just there, which is a power IC, I believe. Right there is what we need to have a look at, but we need to take the sticker off first. Alright, and peeling the stickers off, we do have the MT6580 and a SanDisk module just there, which, there we go. You can see it right there, which does say 4G, which I assume that's 4 gigabytes. That is the guts of this thing. Not really a lot to say. It honestly looks like the same motherboard out of the previous one, but we've got 2 connectors there and a couple of things that are slightly different, but otherwise, that's the brains of the operation. 1 gig of RAM, MT6580, a good old friend there. So I think that's everything that I need to look at. I'll go ahead and put this back together off camera, and then we'll jump into the final bits of the GOOPHONE i7 trilogy. Well, it's back together, and unfortunately, it doesn't work now. I have tried everything, and it's just dead. So I can't do much about this. I'll display the specifications of the GOOPHONE i7 Plus to the side of the screen. Feel free to pause if you need to. It just doesn't power up and doesn't make any noises, no display, no nothing. I've connected it to power and it's just dead. So rest in peace GOOPHONE i7 Plus. You were fairly terrible as it is anyways. Out of the fingerprint magnet lineup that we have here, we've got the first GOOPHONE i7, the second GOOPHONE i7, and the i7 Plus. I am going to declare the winner as the first GOOPHONE. The one that I got off a certain website, the one that's made of plastic. Only because, number one, it was usable from start to finish, and I had really no issues with it. While the cameras and all that are pretty terrible, and the specs are terrible, it was the one that was just the most stable, and I guess the one that looked most like iOS, I suppose. Cameras would go to the i7 Plus, battery would probably go to the first GOOPHONE. Build quality, I would be leaning towards the second i7. Speaker quality, I'd probably say the first GOOPHONE. I think all up, I just prefer the first one, to be fairly honest. In terms of raw specifications, the i7 Plus was the better one, the i7 high quality being the slightly better one, and the i7 being the lower spec one, but I don't know, I just prefer the lower spec one. But it's a shame that that doesn't work anymore. But at least I got to do a video on it properly and go through it all, so mission accomplished, I suppose? So congratulations to this GOOPHONE i7, you are getting a promotion. I'm going to give you a medal back. I'm going to pinch it off this one and put it on that one. Hopefully it works. Now the question is, will this actually fit? I actually don't think it'll fit. I mean, it may do, but the thing is the mute switch would have to be replaced. But I'll just go ahead and sort of slot this one on and just see if it will actually fit. No, it actually doesn't. That's legit. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit. Yeah, it kind of just floats there, unfortunately. So it's going to have to stay with the plastic build. Well, there you go, everyone. That is it. That is all of the GOOPHONE i7s I have. I killed 2 out of 3. Not a bad score. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little trilogy of videos, having a look at them. I wish I could bring back the iPhone clone month, but I have so many of them that I'd need to do a video pretty much every day, and I don't think I could commit to doing that once again. So that's why I've given you all this little sort of special bonus, looking at some iPhone clones, but don't worry, we'll get around to looking at more one day. However, this little series isn't quite over yet, because years ago I did a review on the GOOPHONE 6 and the GOOPHONE 6S, and I still have them. I charged them up, and both of them still work, and I asked you folks in the last video if you want to see them again, and some of you said yes. So as a final little treat, I'll do one last video covering both the 6 and the 6S, or maybe 2 videos depending on how long they go for, and then we can call it with the iPhone clones and move on to something else. I can't really do much with the iPhone 6, but with the 6S I can do a full review on, I think. But anyways, everyone, I think that's going to do it for this one. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much once again. I really do appreciate it. If you use the timestamps, that's all good. This video wasn't really too exciting anyways, but we got to laugh at some funny little mistakes and all that sort of thing. It was an alright device. Not great, not terrible, as that quote just lives rent-free in my brain. Files in the phone will be in the description below, as well as applications to test your phone, and of course I don't endorse the sales of any Replica products. Just making sure I say that before I end the video. But otherwise, everyone, I hope you did enjoy this one for what it is, and stay tuned for the GOOPHONE i6 and i6s. I think they're i6 and i6s. They should be, but stay tuned for them. Hopefully I can get them out in the next couple of days. If not, maybe next week. We'll see how we go. But thank you very much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it as always. Thank you all once again for the support. The channel is quieting down a little bit, which is kind of good, as it was very, very busy for a while, and now it's just sort of slowing down, which is less stressful, so I'm happy at the moment. But until the next one, as always, take care, stay safe, be good people, and I'll see you all in the next video, which, if all goes to plan, should be some more GOOPHONEs, and then I swear we're done with iPhones for a while. I don't want to have a look at another iPhone clone for a very, 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 very long time. Well, if it took me 2 years to do this, it's probably going to take me 4 years to have a look at another one. We'll see how we go. But anyways, take care, I'll see you in the next one. If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.